Hey, good morning, friends. Today, my friends, is Monday, April the 6th, 2026, and the time now is 9 o'clock a.m. So, friends, I want to talk briefly about two important topics relating to about 3 to 6 individuals and or institutions or countries. This means that I want to talk briefly about the President of the United States, Donald Trump, the United States, Iran, the situation in the Middle East, Israel, and or the Prime Minister of Israel. And I want to talk specifically about the fact that just this weekend, Donald Trump released a tweet, which I do believe he did not write the tweet because the time that the tweet came out, it is said that Donald Trump had been hospitalized. Now, friends, I've said this before many times. Of course, Donald Trump has a very bad tweeting habit. However, I do believe, as of now, currently, lots of the tweets that are coming out on Truth Social from Donald Trump, he is not the one who is writing these tweets. I do believe that members of his administration know the kind of person that he is and the way he talks and the things that he says. I think they are controlling his social media platform or his social media accounts, and they are basically uh, constructing or penning these tweets and basically saying that Donald Trump is the one who wrote these tweets. Of course, he does approve the tweets. I do believe so. So Donald Trump posted on True Social, and the tweet he basically talked about bombing Iran, and the tweet basically goes like this: Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the fucking street, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump. Now, friends, it is very interesting that there has been, okay, this tweet that Donald Trump posted, or members of his administration posted, saying that it is a Trump tweet, has been retweeted about 324 times. And also, it has about 1.23 likes, basically 1,023,000 likes. So it is very interesting that a lot of the things that Donald Trump is doing, there are people who basically likes it. Now, friends, I do apologize for deviating. Of course, I was about to, or I was going to talk about Donald Trump's tweet. But I want to start with Israel. Now, friends, I do believe we as a global community, I believe that we've undermined Israel. As of now, friends, I am going to conclude that Israel is perhaps the most sophisticated political machine or strategic machine in the world. Israel consistently makes trouble in the Middle East, whether we are talking about the genocide in Gaza, where the Palestinians are being genocided, or Israel continuous warmongering in the Middle East. Now, recently, Marco Rubio came out that the reason the United States attacked Iran is because Israel was going to do it. And after Israel had attacked Iran by itself, Iran would have eventually come at the United States anyway. Therefore, why don't us, the United States, just go ahead and join Israel and attack Iran? Now, Israel is doing whatever it is doing in the Middle East because no matter what, the United States will basically back Israel no matter what, and the rest of the Western countries, France, the United Kingdoms, Germany, and so on, will back Israel no matter what. Now, friends, so Israel and the United States attack Iran unprovoked. The attack on Iran, the attack which killed about 168 young children, the supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei, and other officials and people in Iran was unjust, unfair, and unprovoked. But as of now, the United States is deeply in war with or against Iran. And I know recently the United States tried to carry out a raid in Iran, and the planes, couple of planes were blown up, and the Americans have released statement that they made a foray into Iran and that they rescued the pilots. Now, I think that is not true. I think it's a lie. And Iran has been releasing video footage of the wreckage. Because if you are going to make that much of an incursion into Iran, why don't you just carry out a full-blown invasion? So something is not right. Something is odd. Now, the United States is now deeply in war with Iran, and the United States is so deep into this war with Iran that it cannot just leave. Okay, it cannot just back out. And Donald Trump will not, because he's a man of extreme ego. So in this case, Israel win, because what the United States now is fighting for is its reputation. Iran has been bombarding the hell out of the Middle East and out of Israel. And U.S. assets in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and so on, had been destroyed. Just yesterday, I got a news about the facility, the Oracle facility in, I think, Qatar, was basically attacked by Iran. So the United States is basically fighting for its reputation. And friends, honestly, I think with this war in Iran, or this war with Iran, I think the United States reputation has, or it's been destroyed so bad that the US will have to go on a charm offensive after Donald Trump to win the world's respect back, because it is over for the West and for the United States. And Iran has been trolling like crazy. Lots of good videos are being released by Iran trolling Donald Trump and the United States and Pete Hegseth and so on and so on and so on. But I think we underestimated Israel. Israel creates a situation, the United States get involved. Now the United States is stuck. The US has to double down in order to save face, to basically rescue its reputation, which has been badly damaged. And Israel is basically sitting high, relaxing. Just recently, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, released a video talking about ground invasion. However, they are stating, the Israelis, that Israel is not going to be engaging or involved in the ground invasion of Iran. So you start a problem, you get Big Brother involved, and then you backtrack and say, no, Big Brother, you handle it. This is a gangster mafia move. It is interesting. Now, in terms of Donald Trump, recently at a conference, at an event, he spoke and basically insulted the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, MBS, stating that MBS thought he was not going to be kissing Donald Trump, his ass. That is very interesting. Now, MBS and Saudi Arabia, their reputation in the Muslim and Arab world has been destroyed tremendously, badly, especially given Saudi Arabia and MBS recognition of Israel, basically their friendly relationship with Israel. And the fact that Saudi Arabia, as the leader in the Arab and Muslim world, has not called the rest of the community to go at Israel, while the Palestinians are being genocided, and Iran being the only Arab, or let's say Muslim country, because they are Persian, who is doing something about it, together with Yemen and Lebanon and so on. Iran being the only one doing something about it. The reputation of MBS and Saudi Arabia are being destroyed badly. So as a result, I can say that MBS is losing legitimacy in the Arab or Muslim world. By Donald Trump coming out and calling him ass kisser, I think it is over for Donald Trump. It is done for Donald Trump. And recently, again, something came out about MBS trying to detach from Donald Trump, trying to break away in terms of his friendship with Donald Trump. And this is basically with MBS in trouble in the Arab or Muslim world, where his reputation had been damaged and he is losing legitimacy. With situation in Saudi Arabia, where when he came to power, he got rid of lots of the princes, a lot of his cousins and so on, and other family members, got rid of them. I'm sure there are bad blood still remain against him. By Donald Trump coming out and insulting MBS in public, stating that MBS thought he was not going to be kissing his ass, Donald Trump's ass, and that MBS has to kiss his ass, Donald Trump's ass. MBS now has to prove that he is not an ass kisser. He has never kissed Donald Trump's ass. He will never kiss Donald Trump's ass. He had never thought about Donald Trump's ass and will never kiss Donald Trump's ass. He has to prove that. And in proving that could be the end of Donald Trump in various ways. Now, Donald Trump recently he was rushed to the Walter Reed Medical Facility, and I think he released a statement recently, which I came across as I was on my way to work. But something is very interesting. The situation in the Middle East is going crazy. In terms of Donald Trump's Truth Social tweets, he has vowed to combat Iran, to destroy Iran. Israel and the United States has been making lots of destruction in Iran. Just recently, a nuclear facility was bombed again. And now Donald Trump is basically cussing at Iran, making insult, calling them bastards, and telling them, demanding that if they do not open the Straits of Hormuz, that he is going to rain hellfire on Iran. Recently, also, he stressed that he was going to bomb Iran to the Stone Age. And the Iranian have released their statements stating that we've been in the Stone Age. Before you guys came about as a country, the United States, we were a great, mighty civilization. So you can no longer, or you cannot bomb us into the Stone Age. We've lived there before. So it is very interesting. And once again, I'm going to read the tweet that Donald Trump sent out, or members of his administration posing to be Donald Trump sent out against Iran. And the tweet reads, Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the fucking strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump. Once again, Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the fucking strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump. Once again, this tweet, I do believe, is Donald Trump getting himself into more trouble. In terms of his insult of MBS, MBS has to prove that he is not an ass kisser. He has never kissed Donald Trump's ass. He will never kiss Donald Trump's ass. He had never thought about kissing Donald Trump's ass, and that he was never going to kiss Donald Trump's ass. In this case also, perhaps this could be Donald Trump's end, because MBS has to prove that he is not going to take crap from Donald Trump. In terms of the situation and Israel's position, I think we underestimated Israel. Israel is basically playing chess, and it is a very important power player in international relations, and it is moving the United States as a chess piece. Now, friends, please tell me what you think, and I really want to know what you think. However, friends, I am going to end here. I want to thank you for being a member of the Echoing Voice community, my friends. But most especially and most importantly, or most important, my friends, I want to thank you a lot for watching the Echoing Voice. Peace, my friends. Peace.